How many years do you give Zach Wilson?
Years meaning
just like
before he emerges?
like before you
Start tripping on him?
Yeah.
Start thinking about Arch
Like
Manning?
as a Jets fan, Alan, like before you start me like,
I can't.
it could be right. Ryan Sandorno plays great right out of the gate.
I can't.
And
do
Zach
this
struggles.
Again.
Like how long?
I almost expect it. I expect Sam to play well, and I don't know. I'm telling you, that's my feeling. Is exactly what Mel said. I don't know because Zach Williams. This could be a great draft, or it could become a draft that you regret based on what Zach Wilson does. And if Trey Lance becomes what the Niners think he's going to be, you passed on him, Jets. Right? Think about that. You're going to say it years later, even though right now you know, yeah, but he's not ready yet, and the Jets need somebody ready. That doesn't matter 5 years from now when you look back and go, you screwed up because you passed on that guy who's now an all-time talent.
3 years before you start to look at a grade.
Okay.
3 years.
3?
Yeah, because you do the same thing with everybody else. What makes him different is because he's in New York. You did the same thing with Josh Allen. If Josh Allen didn't get what he got in his third year, you'd have been running him out of Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't all of a sudden –
Baker was almost run out of Cleveland.
if we didn't all of a sudden get a new head coach in Cleveland, Baker Mayfield would be on the streets.
Okay.
Kyler Murray, too, with D-Hop.
You know.
That's still – and that's also
Kyler
still
Murray,
up
Kyler
for –
Murray,
I understand.
Kyler Murray's deal is just a little bit different because I'm of the belief that if Cliff Kingsbury is leaving, Kyler Murray will be leaving shortly after.
Okay.
Just because
just
because the majority of the coaches that I've spoken to that are head coaches, that's not what they want at the quarterback spot.
All right, let me give you a couple of so the Jets get an A-. Now that's the last of the A grades that he gave out, but he gave out some A's. The Chargers got an A.
Yeah.
Protect Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was big.
They made that. Rashawn Slater was a terrific pick, obviously. After that, the Dolphins get an A. Any thoughts on that as well?
They picked up Waddle, and who else?
They picked up Waddle, Jalen Phillips, the edge, right?
Defensive end from Miami.
That's somebody from there telling me they think Waddle
Another
was
tackle
the
as
second
well.
best player in the draft.
Second best player in the draft. That's strong. All right, so those are the A's, though. And then after that, of course, now you get the Ravens with a B+. Did we like that they get Bateman, the wide receiver?
Yeah, they needed to address that. That was a need that they needed to address.
The Bears get a B+. Now, moving up for Justin Fields felt like an A, right?
Well, what about the rest of the draft?
Oh, I love Tevin Jenkins. The tackle?
But I'm saying, okay,
like,
so
now you get him. So you not only got the quarterback, you got somebody that is, McFilthy and McNasty looking to take care of it. Yeah, well, you got 2 offensive tackles, actually. He gave him a B+. I mean, it's too much to read here to explain why it's not an A, but Rams B+, Vikings B+. I mean,
Giants B+,
good Giants, and then
B+.
Again, we get to the Giants, and that's a B+ as well because Dave Gettleman did something he doesn't normally do, which is trade back. In fact, he did that a couple of times. It still comes away with Kadarius Toney.
I'm curious why Dave Gettleman didn't get an A.
I can read this while you guys talk if you want. I can explain it.
Go ahead.
Well, I think he didn't get an A because
Ojulari's a really nice pick at linebacker. Right?
Yeah,
that's
but
a really
you don't
good
get
pick.
the A because you probably should address the offensive line or the defensive side of the ball on the interior rather than get another toy. Even though you've already got toys, you got Shepard and you've gotten Ingram and you went out and got Galladay, and so you've got some weapons there already.
Well, I hear you. I really want a Penei Sewell. Obviously, Detroit. Slater would have been another one that I made mention of throughout the course of the show for the O-line. But I also you can pick up some of those other pieces later, right?
But if the O-lineman that's there, that's a guy that can play for you versus trying to figure out later in the draft if that guy capable of playing. I'd rather have a sure bet if I'm trying to protect my quarterback to get the ball to the players that we have. Daniel Jones, you can't get a full evaluation on Daniel Jones if you're helping him up off the ground. I was like, hey, Daniel, let me help you up. Sorry about that.
Well,
man.
Gettleman did address that when he talked to the line, and he said that the media doesn't value the players that he already has on the roster as much as he does. He values what he's got. He feels like their line is not an issue.
And that's okay if that's the way he feels.
So that's why he didn't address it.
I think most people's eyeballs would say that offensive line is not very good. Now, doesn't mean that Gettleman or whoever, Colombo, if he's still there, or Jason Garrett or whoever isn't looking at the tape and saying, oh, we're good here, we just need to clean this up. Oh, that really is the quarterback's fault. He held the ball too long, or that really is a quarterback fault because he drifted too far to the left. Therefore, the defensive end slipped off our left tackle and it created a sack. Or he didn't drop back fast enough in the pocket, so therefore the pocket got pushed into his lap. I'm not watching the film. The only thing I'm seeing is every other play you helping Daniel Jones up off the ground.
It just felt like Dave Gettleman it made a lot of moves. Like we always talk about, we had Brandon Beam on from Buffalo, and he says, we asked him if he ever thought Dave would trade back, right? And he's like, yeah, I think he would do it. Well, he did it twice.
Yep.
He did it twice. I mean, he got a boatload.
Yep.
In the
Which
first
is important.
round, right?
And again, another guy that you'd think might be in a tenuous situation where he really needs to win this year, and instead he made sure the future is intact with some extra picks for next year, but still got very good player in Tony, who could be a useful weapon, not just in offense, but also on special teams, which is something that is close to Joe Judge's heart.
Then you move up in round 3 for Aaron Robinson, which only cost you a 5th pick, from the Bears. So there were moves being made. Like I thought this was one of Dave
He
Gettleman's
wasn't
best
Sleepy
drafts.
Dave today. Like
one of his
in
best
drafts.
drafts.
Yeah, he was very active, and we've seen the Giants get jumped in the past in past drafts where they stay still and other teams jump over them and get players that they wanted. So again, it all comes down, as we know, to Saquon's health, and if Daniel Jones can prove that he is the guy this year, because you did give up a pick that got another team, Justin Fields, and you have to also remember that.